Hi, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts the other day, and they were discussing which states are New England. And that got me thinking about which states are Midwest and Southern. And so that started me on this journey of learning that I thought I'd share with you. So at first, I was looking it up, and they have the regions, which are the Northeast, the South, the Midwest, and the West. But that doesn't include or show New England. So then I realized these are the regions, but then there are divisions. So I thought we could go into it a little bit, and we'll take a look at the map in a little bit and see where they all are. So the regions are the Northeast, the South, the Midwest, and the West. Okay. That just made me think. I think I've lived in every one of these regions. I'm trying to think. Yes. 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 And yes, yeah, I've lived in all the regions. Okay. Anyway. A tangent. Okay, but here are the divisions. So you have the aforementioned New England, the Mid-Atlantic, the South Atlantic, East, South, Central, West, South, Central, East, North, Central, West, North, Central. I'm telling you, some of these I'd never heard of them before. Mountain and Pacific, which is to say I'm not an expert on the states. I've looked this up and tried to understand it, and I'm sharing with you what I found out. So please feel free to comment. People have been very generous commenting with things that maybe I didn't have correct, so you can read through the comments or look up on Google if you want to learn more. But I do my best. I think most people are pretty nice in how they respond, so that's good. Okay, so the divisions we have are New England, which is what we were originally looking for. And then near New England is the Mid-Atlantic area. And then if you go towards the north, you'll find, here it is, East, North, Central. And then West, North, Central. And then if you go south, you'll have the South Atlantic and East, South, Central, West, South, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. So we'll start putting together which states go into which category here. But first, I know what. Let's do this. Okay, so in the Northeast contains, I'll move these over here, New England and Mid-Atlantic. That's the Northeast. So this will take some doing because there are a lot of states. But in New England, from all I could research, you have the state of Maine, which is a beautiful state. If you've never been there, recommend. New Hampshire, also beautiful. They're all beautiful. I shouldn't even. S-H-I-R-E, New Hampshire. Vermont. We had a family reunion in Vermont one time. It was a lot of fun. I think it was Vermont. Yeah. Went to the, is that where Ben and Jerry's is? I think so. And Cabot cheese. Yeah, it was fun. Okay, Massachusetts. Oh boy, if I spell any of these wrong. Is there any at the end of Massachusetts? Hold on, let me look on my map. Why don't I know? Hold on. Nope. Okay. I didn't think there was. I just didn't want to mess it up. Okay, what else is New England? Yell them out if you know them. Connecticut. That's the one they were on this podcast. They were debating whether Connecticut should be part of New England. I don't know why I don't know the, they feel like Connecticut should be part of New York or something. But and then little baby Rhode Island. Not that it's baby, but it is small. Did I spell that right? Why does that look wrong? That's right. Island. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's right. That's all of New England, right? Am I missing any? I'll realize it probably as I go along if I am. Okay. So you can see this might take a minute to go through all this. But we'll just try to do it. So New England, you have Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. The Mid-Atlantic, isn't it? The Mid-Atlantic where they say there's like an accent that's, like Katharine Hepburn had. Isn't that called the Mid-Atlantic? Or am I wrong? Anyway. New York State, Pennsylvania is Mid-Atlantic. New Jersey, also known as New Jersey. Or just Jersey. And then okay, we're just going to say those three, but I'm going to okay. In Mid-Atlantic, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. However, from everything I read, some people, I'm not sure about this. Delaware and Maryland, I think that they go into the South Atlantic. But I saw some places that had them in the Mid-Atlantic. I think for this, I'm going to put them in the South Atlantic because that's what I saw most. But if you're from Maryland or Delaware and have other thoughts, because I kind of feel like Delaware is more with Pennsylvania, because they're like right by Philadelphia. I'm not sure. But everywhere I looked, and I think this might be based on Census records, is that Delaware and Maryland will go under South Atlantic. Now, I would not be surprised if people are like, no, it doesn't seem right, because I agree. I don't know, but this is what I've read, so I think that's right. Okay, and these, okay, so these two are in the northeast, right? We're going to move these way over here. And then in the south, you have the South Atlantic states. Let's put these aside for a minute. Okay, south, you have South Atlantic. east, south central, west, south central. These are the southern divisions. And in the South Atlantic, I believe Delaware and Maryland. I believe so. I'm going to stick with that. And then Virginia. Can I fit 2 states on this little piece of paper? We're going to try. Virginia. I love Virginia. My grandma lived in Virginia a lot of years. North. Oh boy, am I going to be able to fit it? Caroline. No, North Carolina. You know what other ones go in South Atlantic? South Atlantic. All right, we have North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia. And Florida. All right. So those are the South Atlantic states. Florida, Georgia. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now we have to do east, south, central. East, south, central. Okay. So you're in the east side of the country, south, but more central, not on the Atlantic coast. So you have Kentucky, which is where my next family reunion will be. I think it's called Red River Gorge. I think that's where we're having it. So if anybody's been there. Tennessee, which is where my parents live. My dad has a farm-ish. Personal farm. Mississippi. Oh my goodness. Mississippi. Boom, 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 boom. I just like the dots. Okay. And then Alabama. So these are and I will show this on the map later to make this like stick in your head better because it's complicated without a map. But I just thought, well, we'll sort them out first. And then we'll look at the map. And I think maybe what I can do is kind of draw out which ones are which. I should have brought the colored pens. I don't have them. Okay, so east, south, central is Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. Okay, and then west, south, central. These are all southern states. They're all in the south. Okay, west, south, central is the great state of Oklahoma, which is known for the wind whipping down the plains. Whipping down. Oklahoma. And then Arkansas. This is testing my spelling. Arkansas. It's only because I'm doing it on camera. I'm sure I could do it otherwise. Louisiana. Oh boy. Okay, U-I-S. Louisiana. Okay, and this one I bet some people might want to see. This is the South, and here is Texas. And I guess Texas is the South, but I always think of Texas West. I guess it is West-South, but this is where it was. Everywhere I looked. West, South, Central. I guess that makes sense. I don't know why. I think like when I'm in Texas, I feel, well, Texas is so huge. Half the state you're like out west, and half the state I guess you're kind of Galveston is like New Orleans South. It's just so big. Okay, what's next? So that's all of the South. All right, look how much there is, you guys. I told you at first, I was like, well, this is easy. This will be simple. And then I start doing it. I'm like, oh no, this is actually going to be a lot. All right, we're going to have to move the South. Let's move the South over here. There you go. All you Southerners, get on over there. All right, so now let's do the Midwest. And that's where I grew up, in the Midwest. So we have West, North, Central. So the Midwest is really central. And East, North, Central. These are the Midwest areas. Yeah, okay. So West, North, Central. Can we start with this one because I know it better? Let's start with East, North, Central. So you're kind of north in the middle of the country, but towards the east. So that's where you have the great state of Michigan. Okay, I do know how to spell Michigan. I do. Okay, Michigan, Ohio, what's round on the sides, high in the middle. Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin. My parents lived there for a while in Kenosha. They loved it, absolutely loved it there. Nicest people, their neighbors were so nice. Illinois. I have family in St. Louis. That's Missouri. Never mind. Okie dokie. All right, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Illinois. These are the East, North, Central, Midwest states. All right. Now we'll do the West, North, Central. Okay, so we have North Dakota, and South Dakota. The next one's a really long one to write. And I'll see if we get the spelling. Any guesses? Here we go. Two N's. So, and it's a T, right? Not an A, not a D. I'm just kidding. Okay, Minnesota. And Iowa. That's an easy one to spell. Nebraska. And Kansas. And Missouri. Okay. We're getting there, guys. We're getting really close now. We have Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri are part of the West, North, Central. All right. And then that's the Midwest. They're going up here. All right. Come on, West. We need you now. West. I love the West. Probably my favorite part of the country. And in the West, we have the mountain area and the Pacific area. Oh, this is a lot, isn't it? It's going to be a lot, I think. Okay. So in the mountain area, you have beautiful, beautiful states. You have Montana. Get out of family in Boise. They say it's so beautiful. I have not been. Nevada, where Las Vegas is, and other things. Utah, absolutely gorgeous. Whoops, Utah. That should have been easy to spell. Just okay. Colorado. Was that supposed to be an A? Colorado. Colo. No, I think that's right. Arizona. I lived there in Arizona. That was a bad R. Arizona. Oh man, we ran out of room. Hold on. And New Mexico. Is that all of them? Okay, Midwest, you gotta move a little bit. We have the West. We have the mountainside. We have the Pacific side. We have Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico. Mountain, Arizona, Nevada, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Montana. I thought I said Montana. I guess not. Okay. I said mountain. Okay. And now, last but definitely not least, we have the Pacific side of the West. So, on the Pacific coast, we've got Washington, we have Oregon, we have California, but also included in the Pacific, because they're on that side and they're in the Pacific, are Alaska and Hawaii. The only state I've never been to is Alaska. And I'm going, you guys, mostly because of in Alaska, map thing I did on this channel led me to say I have to go to Alaska, and now I have plans. So I'll be going there this spring. I'm so excited. All right, Washington, Oregon, California, Alaska, Hawaii. Now, did that just make everything more complicated? Maybe, but that's why what I thought I'd try to do is pull this out, and I'm hoping if I use a dry erase marker, it's going to make this not super hard to do, and we will just outline the areas. Does that make sense? So like New England includes all the way to Vermont, but not New York. So it goes down here. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, maybe you can't. Shoot, I don't know. Maybe this won't work. Well, we'll try it anyway. I can't tell on the camera if you can see my line. And New England includes Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. So it comes all the way straight down here. And then it goes up. And I'm not going to be super neat about it here, am I? All right, so this is New England. And then the mid-Atlantic includes New York. This is New York State. This is Pennsylvania. And according to what I've read, it includes Maryland, which kind of sneaks down here. And Delaware, which is this pink right here, and New Jersey. So this is New England, and this is mid-Atlantic. Okay. Can you guys see that? I guess you kind of can. All right. So we'll do the east, north, central part of the Midwest. Okay. So that will definitely include Michigan. And this, by the way, area, the bottom mitten, that's the lower peninsula. And this is the upper peninsula. Okay. And I was just listening to a podcast today where they're debating what lake is near Michigan. And they said Lake Michigan. And I just, for anyone who might listen to the Handsome podcast, Michigan is actually surrounded by Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie. So anyway, just a note. Okay, so then also in the the east, north, central is Wisconsin. East, north, central. Yeah. Wisconsin. That was ugly. Illinois. Indiana. So it comes up here. Ohio. Okay. So this, we didn't go right here. Okay, so this is, what did I say? It's east, north, central. Okay, so here was called the South Atlantic. And the South Atlantic includes Virginia, which is here. Wait, did we ever write West Virginia in all our notes? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to count up how many states. Where's West Virginia? Now I don't know. Wait, what did we... I don't have any way to Google it. West Virginia. See, I have a feeling West Virginia would go into... I have a feeling West Virginia is going to be part of this. But I'm not going to say for sure. But it's not on the coast. Yeah, so I'm going to go with it not being South Atlantic. We'll say Virginia, North Carolina, South